Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yadakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever been in a store trying to get someone's attention and you just want to say, I'll take this in English? What's the best way to say it without sounding rude?
Exactly. It's like you're pointing, you're gesturing, but what's the actual phrase? And it's not just one way, right? It can depend on where you are and what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. It's not one size fits all. And that's why today we're going to break down all the different ways to say, I'll take this in English.
Perfect. Let's start with the basics, the most common one.
Right. So I'll take this. It's simple. It's direct. It works almost anywhere. Like you've seen something you want in a shop, you can say, I'll take this.
Yep, that's your go-to for general shopping. It signals that you're done browsing, you've made a decision, you're ready to buy.
But it's not the only way, is it? What if you're in a restaurant?
Okay, there's a subtle but real shift.
Yeah.
I'll have this much more common in restaurants. It's like saying, I'll be having this meal, right?
That makes perfect sense. It's like you're telling the server, this is what I've chosen for my meal, not that you're taking it away.
Precisely. And it also depends on the context, the way you say it, the tone. Even the slightest change can mean a huge difference.
So how can we make sure we get the tone right?
Well, adding a simple please goes a long way. She'll take this please, or I'll have this please. They make things way more polite, and that's helpful.
True. That's like the golden rule, right?
Yeah.
When in doubt, just add please to the end. It is a simple hack.
I bet. And there's also the classic, can I have this? It's a little less assertive and more like a polite request.
Yeah, can I have this? It's like you're seeking their permission. It's good for more formal settings, right? Or if you're not 100% sure, you can have it.
Exactly. And adding please after that will make you even more polite, like, can I have this please? But then there's a more direct way if you're pointing something out.
Oh, yeah, and what's that?
This one, please. It's super common if you're pointing at a specific item. So instead of saying, I'll take it, you're saying this one specifically.
I see. Super useful, especially if there are multiple things in front of you. You can point and say, this one, please.
Yep, and that helps avoid any confusion. And if you want to be really polite and a bit more formal, you can use, may I have this?
May I have this? That sounds very proper, almost like you're asking for a favor. It's not casual like, can I?
Absolutely. May I have this works great in upscale restaurants or fancy stores when you want to show extra respect.
That's good to know. Now, what about if you don't want it but want to ask for someone to hand it to you?
That where could you give me this comes into play. It's when you want something but can physically reach it or pick it up.
Makes sense. Like if something is on a high shelf, you can just say, I'll take this. Could you give me this for that?
Right. It's a polite way of asking for assistance. You're not just taking, you're asking to be given. So the wording is important.
So many variations. I think most people have used phrases such as, I want this at some point, but is that correct to use?
You could use it, but it can sound a little blunt or even demanding. It's better to use, can I have this, or I'd like this. They are better alternatives.
Ooh, good to know. So it's more about the tone and politeness. I want this is a bit too direct and not as polite as other options.
Exactly. And if you want to show more intention of buying, you could say, I'd like to buy this. It's very clear about your intentions.
That's a good one. It is for when you really want to buy something. So what about if you want to buy multiple items?
You can say, I'll take these, or I'll have these, and point at multiple items. These instead of this is what you need to remember for plural.
Got it. So woo for one thing, and these for multiple, and the core phrases stay the same.
Yes. It's all about being clear and polite. If you're buying multiple items from a display, you can say, could I have some of these and some of those?
Oh, that makes sense. Some of these and some of those for when you can point to specific things but want to get from a collective group.
Right. It's all about adapting your language to the specific situation. Now let us touch on some possible mistakes.
I'm listening. What should we try to avoid?
Well, using I will do this is a common mistake. It sounds a little strange and unnatural for purchasing things, and it's always good to avoid just pointing and saying this one without a piece of doors.
True, that would sound very abrupt. Always go for the this one please or any of the other phrases we talked about.
Exactly. It's all about making the experience smooth and respectful. So remember, context, tone, and a touch of politeness. That's how you get, I'll take this right in English.
Perfect. Now I'm ready to go shopping knowing how to ask for things like a pro.
I bet. It's always about being clear and polite and choosing the phrases that suit the situation.
That's a wrap for today. Make sure to subscribe for more useful English language tips.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.